Andrea talk because she knows a bit more about this project than even we do. But we thought we'd give you an introduction as to how this project sort of came about and what we're about. So we own 2 galleries in an alley off of Bijou, the Modbo and S.P.Q.R. We've had the Modbo for 2 years now and S.P.Q.R. for just a few months, really. And we, as you might imagine, spend a lot of time in that little alley. I kind of wish we could sleep there at this point. Do you want to go into how this came about?
Yeah, I basically, the idea for the Arts Alley came about from talking to another business owner downtown. And we were just kind of milling around ideas about how cool it would be to have a pedestrian alleyway downtown. And it's been kind of talked about in the past, but we just started like, oh yeah, it'd be great to get people to walk down from the parking garages, to start utilizing this walkway. There's actually 4 of the businesses in this alleyway right now. There's 15C when it reopens, Rendezvous, there's Bill Chicago's back patio, there's the jeweler, there's our little businesses. And the idea was just really trying to make something pretty that people can utilize. So it's just not just an alley, but something inviting.
One of our concerns, of course, as purveyors of art is that our potential clientele don't get scared off by the frightful alley. For the most part, we, of course, feel very safe there. Again, we're there all the time. We've never had a problem. But we sort of feel like we're a beeline for Marion House sometimes. We do get quite a few homeless in the alley. We have people who like to pee on our buildings occasionally. We've seen the occasional drug deal. There's some stuff that happens that is not exactly what you want when you're going downtown to buy art. So we've been very conscious of that for sure. Another reason that we started thinking about this is that we have several events that kind of overflow into the alley. We have music that happens outside sometimes. We'll have projections on the walls. So for us, to have traffic all the time is sometimes difficult because we'd like to be able to create a whole space around what we provide there.
And also just with like the Acacia Park redesign, I think when you create something downtown, you give heart to our community downtown, it helps the entire community as a whole. I think the community's heart is its downtown. It's that simple. You can't think of a big city, a big major city without a vibrant, thriving, cool downtown. I mean, I don't know, I don't think about like, hey, Denver, Aurora's a great suburb. I think of Denver downtown, Lodo, and that's kind of what we've been envisioning kind of throwing around. Do you want to
So hearing about the desire to improve the alley, I was looking more at, okay, if you look at downtown, you look at what the alley is and where it is, and then you look just north, there's the city parking garage. There's a city parking garage that dumps pedestrians into the alley. And to get around to Acacia Park, to cross Bijou, to go to the galleries, you got to walk by a lot of dumpsters. You got to, hope that you're not wearing heels and it's dark and your asphalt is falling into the storm drain situation and you don't see it because there's no lighting. So HB&A is going to be, or it has gotten approval a couple of weeks ago from the Downtown Partnership to do an alley improvement plan for those 2 block stretches. A lot of what it's going to be is agreements. How do we get business owners on the alleys to maybe use co-located trash? Maybe we could have smaller bins that are emptied more frequently instead of huge bins that are emptied once a week by 5 different companies or whatever it is. How can we look at the alleyway too as a pedestrian place, as that cool, funky where pedestrians can go? Are there ways to put bollards to close the alley at certain times of night? Say after 7 p.m., no more southbound from Bijou traffic on the alley, to be able to make it safe for people there. How can we do the crossing at Bijou, mid-block at the alleys? Probably just striping. Maybe this is just as simple as having the palette of materials that is occurring in our downtown on the streets brought into the alley. Can we have those colored pavers? Could we do lighting? Can we have benches, bollards? Could we be like Fort Collins and have artists paint the electrical boxes? Seems like, there's a lot of fun things that could happen. I think the agreements and the approach will be very portable throughout downtown to different alleys. But I think the really fun thing about alleys is how unique they could each be. where different blocks could take on different character. So we're contacting other cities that have had a pretty programmatic way of addressing their alleys. From a political standpoint, I'm real interested in having people be responsible for what they're responsible for. So we have entities like Colorado Springs Utilities, we have the streets, we have city aspects to the city right-of-way. How do we get them on board, agreeing, playing with it? The downtown, the new code that applies to design projects downtown, the form-based code, turns alleys into an opportunity for businesses that want, or new buildings that want bonuses for density. If they improve the alley, they can get that. Well, this will be a little interesting. This will be, can we improve the alley now and not wait for the big new buildings? So we'll see how that evolves. We're going to be approaching all the businesses along those 2 block stretches, hosting charrettes similar to what we've done with the Acacia Park. It's like wide open. What would you do? What could you do? You know, is there employee break space? Is there trees that can be planted? Could we have planters? What are the palette of materials and the different things that can be done? And then look at property lines. Look at who owns what could they do? Are there adjacent property owners that can go together and have an approach? Could we have pervious paving? Could we help deal with stormwater in a creative way that makes it safe to walk and not dealing with the sheet ice going through? There's just a lot of options, and it's really a very fun time to draw those ideas out. So I would imagine maybe working through COPPeR, it would be wonderful to reach out to the artist community, because I think in the public right-of-way, there's great opportunity for ways that bollards and electrical boxes and the ugliness of alley stuff could be turned into something fun. Fort Collins is the really good model for that. Any questions?